Good morning or lunchtime, good evening, good afternoon. How are you going? How'd you find? We've talked about a few things this week already. Have you been able to catch up on the videos? Have you received the emails with the bonus links? So talking about day one, day two. So today three, right, is healthy snacking. So I'll get straight into it because we'll make it quick for you. Healthy snacking. Now, the reason I love this topic, I do love smoothies, right? If anyone knows me, I love smoothies and bliss balls or what do you call protein balls, right? So I'm a big fan of the quick healthy snacking, right? Not always completely healthy, but it's helpful because you can add more fruit and vegetables and like I use smoothies and juices for that reason, but also I think it gives us more energy. We can add protein, we can add fruit, we can add good oils, good fats, other things that go into the smoothies that actually bulk the smoothie up a bit. Hi Rose, I hope you're feeling better, honey. I saw that you're not well. So that's why I wanted to talk about this topic, but not just because I love smoothies, but because when if I'm doing weight loss consulting or something like that, or we're health coaching clients, coaching clients, I want to know how their energy is, right? So I want to know if they're having sugar cravings. I want to know if they are getting home ravenous and going through the pantry and grabbing the chips at 5 o'clock and then can't be bothered cooking properly later. I want to know what's happening with what that day looks like, because the goal is to keep the blood sugars reasonably even. And that's why I like healthy snacking, right? Now, I know that, especially keto and dieting and all this sort of stuff, they all say no to snacking, 3 meals a day if you're trying to lose weight. I don't think that's the healthiest way to lose weight, right? I don't think any diet or any process that you have to go without food or restrict a lot of food types is a good diet, is a good thing, right? So I'm against diets. If you know me for that reason, I'm against dieting as well. So the goal is to, avoid the sugar cravings, avoid the energy slumps, the 11 o'clock and the 3 o'clock energy slumps when you just got nothing left. The binge eating after dinner, the binge eating when you get home from work, or if you're working from home, you might be constantly going to the cupboard because you're bored, right? You get bored and you keep looking for stuff to eat. So a lot of it's tied to triggers, emotions and all that, but I really love to, especially skipping meals as well. If we're skipping meals, I think smoothies solve a problem, right? So I'm out for solving any problems that you may have, right? Whether it be a smoothie, whether it be a healthy snack, whether it be avocado on cruscets with tomato and cottage cheese, whatever, right? But I'm all for healthy snacking because often, like I said, with weight loss especially, it's not the healthiest way that people lose weight, right? They actually do all the crappy things and go without and push themselves and starve themselves and all the rest. And then they end up eating sugar anyway to try and lose the weight. But really what you just want is a normal everyday food that you love to eat. Blueberries, like I said, avocado. There's other ways to have a healthy snack. So I just wanted to, revisit this with you because I talk about it all day long, but I haven't talked about it for, on here for a while. So protein, carbs, I don't recommend going without carbs. Low carbs is okay. Our brains need carb. Our body and muscles need carb, right? But protein with every meal if you can. Now, you know what? Oats is protein, not the first grade protein, but it's got protein. So there are ways to eat protein over your day that keep you full. Now, that's the other thing with healthy snacking is if you're feeling full, it lasts longer in your tummy for a start because protein takes longer to metabolize, right? I don't know if that's a word, metabolize, yeah. So it takes longer to go through your system. So you stay fuller for longer, which means you're not going to have that sugar craving. You're not going to have that drop in energy because you've kept them even over the day. So that is the goal, right? However we do it, whether we eat cheese, whether we eat yogurt, whether we eat oats, whether we eat bananas, fruit, whatever, right? It doesn't actually matter so much. but I think the key is just regular little intervals of something. Nuts obviously is very good for you, high in protein as well, and good oils. Like there's lots of things that are healthier to eat. So one of the things that I do provide clients with, and I'm going to provide it for you guys, is it's just a reminder, a healthy shopping list, right? It reminds you that, oh, I don't mind hummus. Oh, I really like tahini. You know what I mean? Like there's delicious food that is really good for you and keeps you full and will make you feel satisfied. So that's the thing. So we've got to look at the routine. And I don't have anything against fasting just quietly till mid-morning, right? If that is a thing, if you're doing like a 10-10 or an 8-10, where you're, not eating after 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. I think 7 o'clock really should be around the cutoff, 8 o'clock latest, until you wake up till 10 the next day. Something like that, right? So there's nothing wrong with that, because to me, that's quite a natural thing. Our body fasts anyway overnight as it's supposed to, right? So that's fine if you're not going and grabbing the muffin and the chocolate and the whatever else, because you can't do that because your body doesn't like it. So it comes down to listening to your body, following your intuition and your instincts on what your body's telling you. If it doesn't like going without food, and I know lots of people that do not like going without food, you don't have to, right? We don't want that. So how can we plan? How can we plan, prepare you? Like I said, the healthy snack list, and you can add your own to that too. It's just a reminder that you've got, your frozen berries in the fridge, you've got your cruscus, you've got your cottage cheese. I'm not a cottage cheese girl, but if you do, great. That's probably the healthiest. Greek yogurt is the highest protein yogurt. Like there's ways of upping your energy, which is the whole point, right? Is to stop you from going down the negative rabbit hole, the spiral of binge eating for a start. If you've skipped during the day, you're sure as hell going to be looking for food by 5 o'clock, right? Or even earlier. So being prepared for that, if you know that your body slumps about that time, I know mine does, be prepared, right? Have it in the fridge, have it in the freezer. If you don't shop properly, you're not going to have it. It's not going to be there to make the nice food, right? So it is about being prepared. And the other thing I'll say with working as well, plan it. So if you know that you're going to be starving by 3-4 o'clock and you get home and you eat a whole heap of rubbish and then you're not hungry and then you don't have dinner, or you can't be bothered because you've run out of energy and you have toast for dinner. If you know that there's a pattern going on, and of course that's what I do in the coaching too, is we're looking for I'm looking for struggle. I'm looking for patterns that I can solve for you, because that's my thing. That's what I'm good at, right? So I'm looking for those patterns, but you may not see them, you may not realize them, right? And it might be that you went that way because you didn't eat anything in the afternoon. You sort of forgot, you had late morning and maybe you had a yogurt or a banana or something, or an apple, and then you forgot to eat lunch, and then you got busy, and then you've all of a sudden it's 5 o'clock and you've realized, or 4 o'clock, and you've not eaten, and no wonder you're falling apart emotionally, physically, and just, we just don't function well, right? So that's why I love to focus on healthy snacking. It's not just for the sake of it, because, we should all be healthy and eat healthy things. It's actually because you got to get through your day, right? You don't want to be falling asleep on the couch at 8 o'clock at night. So functionally, you just want to function well, yeah? And I also think, I love smoothies and juices. I'll always go and get a green juice if I get the opportunity, right? Because I don't mind having spinach and kale and whatever else, spirulina and barley grass. I don't mind all that stuff in my smoothie, right? If I make a smoothie here, I'll use my green powder and I'll put the green powder in. So one of the quickest tips I have for you is green powder. And actually, I do have my, no, this one's not open. I do have one that this is what I use, but I also tell people to go to Safeway, Coles, just buy it. Buy something. Buy it from a health food shop. They've all got them, right? Vital Greens, Nature's Way's got one. They've all got them. This one's from my naturopath, and it's reds and greens, so it's actually really good. And it dissolves, because that's the other thing. If you don't like that stuff, and I know people don't, it's got to dissolve in something, in a juice. I have that in juice or a smoothie. So there are ways to kind of, I'm a bit of a cheat, I suppose. There are ways to cheat. There are ways to hack into how we do this. But at the end of the day, if you're not shopping right, if you haven't planned your day and you know you're going to be starving and you're going to have no energy, you know, and that's a constant pattern, then let's fix that, right? Because you're going to get hangry, you're going to have mood swings, you might even have hot flushes because you've gone for the wine or the sugar to pick you up. Obviously a coffee is great. A couple of coffees, no problem, but if you're having too much coffee, one of my probably the biggest beef, what's the word when you have a beef with something? Beef thing? I don't know, I can't remember the word, a beef thing, is energy drinks, because of course they're not. They've got shit in them that makes you exhausted afterwards, right? I don't mind a little bit of, you know, Hydrolyte or even a Barocca if you need a quick fix of a B and a C, like vitamin Bs, but you're better off to go to a naturopath and get some vitamin Bs, right? Get some help with that energy, because you really want to, whatever's happening, it's probably a reoccurring thing and you're running out of energy because of the diet. But yeah, there's ways of getting more nutrients into you, more vitamins. Clearly eating them is probably preferable, but I'm a big fan of supplements too, so I don't think it hurts, right? I always think can't hurt, right? It can't hurt. If you don't need the vitamin B or the C or whatever, you'll wear it out. So I have a thing, zinc, magnesium, collagen is a good thing. Anything that gives you, like what's in here? This has got, I'd have to read the right side of it, but it's got the wheat, like the barley grass, the chlorella. Chlorella is like something you can buy in a drink, but you can also, it's what's in plants, right? It's the actual phytonutrient in plants. So it's really good for you. And every type of green, see there's acai berry, olives, alfalfa powder, spirulina. Now spirulina is brilliant for energy, especially if you've got low blood iron, you know what I mean? There's lots of ways to get energy, right? So even if you're not into smoothies, there's other ways. I guess that's what my point is, there's other ways. So I can post, actually in this group, in the files, you'll see a healthy shopping list. Right, so I might just tag it so that you'll see it. You're welcome to print it, and it's really convenient, just being convenient, like having the frozen, even frozen stir fry. I keep frozen stir fry, make stir fries all the time. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with frozen veggies. So if you feel like you're throwing it away all the time because you're just not eating it, get the frozen stuff and then you won't throw it away. Same with berries. Like I'm a big fan. I've got frozen berries, frozen pineapple, frozen mango. I freeze my manky bananas to make smoothies. I might make a video later of making a smoothie, but I'm sure you all know how to do it. But there's also a recipe book or a group of recipes I've put into the ebook that I've got for you guys. So anyone that's following along, yeah, like it's not posted yet because that's a new ebook. But I can pop the link here to grab that ebook because it's very clever and it's got lots of things, including a workout, including a daily checklist. It's got a few things, right? So it's not just about the recipes. But if there's any questions about upping the nutrients, upping your energy, for instance, and you want to do that through making juices or smoothies or gut health, especially gut health, like you may go to a naturopath and get some prebiotics or probiotics. If you're struggling with something particular like bloating or you've got some, if you know you've got gut health issues, right? So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. So it wasn't just about, smoothies. It was about improving your day, improving what's going on for you. So if you've got anything to share, pop the comments here. If you want any information, pop the comments here. I'm happy to answer any questions at all. On Thursday night, I'm doing a live Zoom to coach people that want to jump on, right? So it'll be at 8 o'clock, probably for, I don't know, depends how many people jump on. It might be a 30-minute session. It might be a bit longer, to try and cover off the key things we talked about this week, I've talked about this week, like tomorrow, I think is movement. I was going to say movement or self-care, one or the other. So I've got, a few things. Yesterday was about morning and night routines. And the first day was about choosing what you want to change, right? So on the Zoom, that would be the thing. Let's talk about that thing you want to change and what you can do differently, your baby steps to get you there. So have a look at the videos if you haven't caught them yet. If they're there forever, right? So you can catch up anytime. It's no big deal. I am emailing the bonuses. I'm trying to think what I gave you yesterday. What was that yesterday? First day was a Mojo checklist and my music playlist. Yesterday, it might have been, I don't know what it is actually. I'm trying to think. I've already emailed it and I can't think. That's how bad my memory is lately. So anyway, I think there's some workouts. So we're going to do some morning flow workouts. So I have yet to put them in there too. But anyway, there's lots happening. Trying not to overwhelm because I don't like overwhelm myself. I can't function like that. So, but doing these simple things during the day, drinking more water, obviously that's key. Eating more protein in your day, whether it be meat, cheese, dairy, whatever, however you get your protein, vegetable, plant-based proteins, green powder, however you do it, right, is fine. Energy, if you're on a low carb diet and you're really struggling with energy, you might find it's because you've ditched your carbs. So be mindful of that. So what can we add in? What more goodness can we add in? So the other point I'll leave you with, it's much easier to add more goodness in than to try and restrict yourself and stop yourself from eating something. Does that make sense? It's much easier to go, right, what can I add in that I love, that I forgot about, right? That I want to eat, that I like to eat. Because here's the other thing. You've got to enjoy it. The food is to enjoy, not to fear. And unfortunately, because of weight issues or hormonal issues or whatever else, people resort to dieting and it turns into like a fear-based thing, right? They're fearful of eating. They don't want to eat. And that's a bit sad. So you really want to go, well, what do I love eating? What makes me feel really good? What fuels my energy? What will help me, right? What will balance out these blood sugars? Because if you are experiencing hormonal fluctuations like menopause, for instance, there's a lot going on with the cortisol and stress and insulin, right? So what happens is every time your hormones are up to here, your cortisol stress hormones are up to here, and you're, on fire, like you are heightened, it's dumping a shitload of insulin, and unless you are energetic and using that, that's going to go to fat, right? Or not, it'll be stored. I won't say go to fat, it'll be stored until you're ready to use it. But unfortunately, there's only so much we can use, right? So the insulin builds up, we can't get rid of it out of the bloodstream quick enough, and that's how we get the insulin resistance, that's how we get, when we're inactive, that's how we get diabetes, all of those things, right? That's how that comes about. So it's a good idea not to overload the sugars unless you're really active and you can get rid of that shit. So, like I said, the stress is a big, big deal because while your body thinks it's running away from dinosaurs because it's fight or flight, it is dumping a shitload of insulin as well at the same time, so you can run and you can fuel your muscles. So there's a very, our bodies are so connected. They're so amazingly ready. Right? They've got all the systems ready to go. They know what to do, right? It's because we stuff it up in a way that our bodies start not behaving the way they should, right? Or not functioning the way they should. So I do think we have a ready-made system that knows exactly what to do. So let's just let it do its thing, right? Without piling on other stuff. But anyway, I hope that was helpful. Please let me know if I can help in any way, if there's anything going on. I'm very happy to have a call with you. Even if it's about movement, if it's about stress, if it's about mindset, if it's about, binge eating, emotional eating, if it's about, what else is there? Self-care. If there's just something you need some encouragement around, if you need some accountability around, you need some support, someone to cheer you on. If that's what you need, then let's have a chat about that, because that's what I'm here for. I want to help women take care of themselves because it doesn't get better for us if we are ignoring our body, our feelings, our health, right? Nothing, it doesn't improve. No one's going to do it for us. So that's what I want to do to help people. And this, Kickstart is about getting more energy and getting activated after winter, because we all, I don't know about you, but I'm not a big fan, and I struggle like everyone else. So, the sun's out today. Let's let's move on. We're ready, spring. We're ready, right? So let me know, and let me know if you're not getting any emails from me, because maybe you're not on the email list, because I often send newsletters, and I send up recipes and workout links and just other stuff that goes on. So if you're not receiving my emails, let me know, or send me your new email address if you want that. All right, guys, have a great day, and I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you soon. And tomorrow we'll talk about ways of self-care. And that's not just getting your hair done, that's the whole attitude, right? It's our attitude towards ourselves. So we're ready to boost that as well. So boosting everything, we're getting rid of everything. All right, so I'll let you go and have a beautiful day, and I'll go walk the doggy now. All right, see ya, bye.